Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wanur Farai binti Manzuri and my registration number is 060SK 20F2012.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nurjana binti Adli. My matrix number is 06DXK20F2024.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Aina Shahira binti Nofazil and my matrix number is 06DSK20F2051.
Hi, my name is Kirtika daughter of Muniandi and my matrix card number is 06DSK20F2078.
Hi, my name is Nur Jamila binti Anwar and my registration number is 06DSK20F2086.
What is green practice? The social and economic issues and environmental landscape of Malaysia has been significantly influenced by green practices. These actions are intended to advance sustainability, protect the environment, prevent the pollution, and reduce the effects of climate change. The following are some major impacts of green practices in Malaysia.
Next, I will explain environmental conservation. Firstly is forest conservation. Malaysia is home to some of the most valuable and biodiverse forests in the world. Yet deforestation has been a big problem there. Protecting and restoring Malaysia forests has aided in limiting the effect of climate change, safeguarding vital habitats for endangered species and protecting the environment. Next is marine conservation. Overfishing, pollution and habitat destruction are other threats to Malaysia's maritime ecosystem. Sustainable fishing methods and marine protection zones have been helped to preserve Malaysia's marine biodiversity and encourage the wise use of marine resources. After that, air quality improvement. Urban air pollution has been a problem for Malaysia, but green policies like encouraging public transport and cutting automobile emission have helped to ameliorate the situation. These have improved public health by lowering the prevalence of respiratory illness and other conditions. Then water quality improvement is one of environment conservation. Malaysian water resources have also been impacted by pollution and habitat destruction. Green practice such as promoting sustainable land use practice and reducing water pollution have helped to improve water quality. Reducing the incidence of waterborne illness and promoting healthy aquatic ecosystem. Lastly is biodiversity conservation. A wide variety of plant and animal species, many of which are unique to Malaysia, can be found there. This biodiversity has been protected by eco-friendly practice including habitat preservation and restoration, ensuring that future generations can take pleasure in Malaysia's distinctive natural heritage.
Okay, let's move to renewable energy transition. The term renewable energy transition describes the global transition away from traditional fossil fuel-based energy source and towards the use of renewable energy sources to satisfy energy needs. The urgency of preventing climate change, lowering greenhouse gas emissions, and establishing a more sustainable and low-carbon energy system is what causes this transition. The transition to renewable energy involves encouraging policies, spending on research and development, cooperation between governments, corporations, and communities, as well as public knowledge and involvement. By switching to renewable energy, societies may reduce their carbon footprint, slow down climate change, enhance equality, promote energy independence, and encourage sustainable development for a more sustainable future.
So the next one is waste management and recycling. Waste management is an efficient method that a company use for getting disposed of, reduce on, reuse, and prevent waste. Additionally, it refers to a strategy companies use to effectively manage waste throughout their life cycle, from production to disposal. Key aspects of waste management include first, waste collection. This involves the organized collection of waste from home, businesses, and other sources. It can be done specialized collection system for different types of waste. The second one is sorting and segregation. After collection, waste is sorted and segregated into different categories to separate recyclable materials from non-recyclable ones, as well as hazardous waste from non-hazardous waste. Third one, treatment and processing. Waste might undergo treatment and processing to reduce its volume, eliminate harmful components, or extract valuable resources. The next one is recycling. As mentioned earlier, recycling is a vital component of waste management. It involves converting waste materials into reusable products through specific process. Next one is disposal. If waste cannot be recycled or treated further, it is disposed of in an appropriate and regulated manner. Last one, monitoring and regulation. Waste management practices are often subject to monitoring and regulation by government agencies to ensure compliance with environmental and health standards.
Then sustainable agriculture. Firstly, is organic farming. Injurious pesticides and fertilizer have been used less frequently in agriculture because to green practice like organic farming. As a result, there are healthier soils, cleaner waterways, and less non-renewable resource use. Next is agroforestry in Malaysia, agroforestry techniques which entail combining trees with crops and cattle have aided in promoting sustainable land usage. This has contributed to less soil erosion, increased soil fertility, and the creation of wildlife habitats. Besides that, sustainable crop rotation also is one of the sustainable agricultures. Farmers can lessen the demand for synthetic fertilizers and minimize soil erosion by rotating their crops. This can assist to enhance soil health, boost agricultural yields, and lessen agriculture's negative environmental effects. Then another one is water conservation. Water use in agriculture has decreased thanks to techniques like rainwater collection and drip irrigation. This has aided in water resource preservation, decreased water scarcity risk, and promoted sustainable agriculture. Lastly is local food systems. Green practice can lessen the negative environmental effects of shipping food across large distance by strengthening local food system. This can boost nearby farms, lower greenhouse gas emission, and increase food security.
The third impact is green building and infrastructure. Green building is designing and constructing structures that are resource efficient, environmentally responsible, and energy efficient throughout the life cycle. Key features of green buildings include energy efficiency, which is implementing energy efficient technologies and practice to reduce energy consumption. The next one, water conservation, which is incorporating water efficient fixtures, rainwater harvesting system, and greywater recycling to minimize water consumption. The third one, sustainable materials, using environmentally friendly and recycled materials that have a lower carbon footprint and reduce waste generation. The last one, indoor environmental quality, ensuring good indoor air quality, adequate natural lighting, and optimal thermal comfort. Green infrastructure refer to planning, design, and implementation of natural or nature-based systems to provide environmental, social, and economic benefits. There are several examples of green infrastructure, which is provide insulation and improve air quality. The next one is rain gardens. These are shallow dispersion planted with native vegetation designed to capture and absorb rainwater. Third one, permeable pavement. These are paving materials that allow water to infiltrate through the surface and into the underlying soil. The next one, urban forests and tree canopies. Planting and preservation trees in urban areas provide many benefits such as shade, air purification, and carbon sequestration. The last one, urban park and green spaces. It contributes to the quality of life such as recreation and leisure, nature, and biodiversity.
Next one is ecotourism and conservation education. Firstly, sustainable tourism, which states green practices have helped to promote sustainable tourism in Malaysia. These have involved developing tourism activities that minimize the impact on the environment, promote local culture, and support local communities. Secondly, conservation education. Conservation education states green practices have helped to promote conservation education in Malaysia. This has involved developing education programs that promote the conservation of natural resources, raise awareness about the importance of biodiversity, and also encourage responsible behavior. Third one is protect areas, which states green practice have helped to establish protect areas in Malaysia. This has involved designating areas of land and water as protect areas where biodiversity is preserved and where sustainable tourism activities can take place. Next one is community involvement. By community involvement, green practice have helped to involve local communities in ecotourism and conservation education. This has involved developing programs that provide local communities with economic benefits as well as educational opportunities. Lastly, Wildlife conservation, which is about green practice, have helped to promote wildlife conservation in Malaysia. This has involved developing programs that protect endangered species, program habitat conservation, and reduce the impact of human activities on wildlife populations. In conclusion, green practice have had a significant impact on ecotourism and conservation education in Malaysia. These practices have helped to promote sustainable tourism, conservation education, protected areas, community involvement, and wildlife conservation. By promoting this practice, Malaysia can ensure a sustainable future for its nature resources as well as the communities that depend on them.
Last but not least, Malaysia is particularly exposed to the consequences of climate change, such as rising sea levels and bad weather. Green practice focus on climate change adaptation strategies like flood management, coastal protection, and resilient infrastructure development in order to reduce this risk and increase community resilience. The usage of renewable energy has many benefits, including decreased greenhouse gas emissions, increased energy security, job creation, technological innovation, improved air quality, and sustainable development. Governments, businesses, and individuals all play crucial roles in assisting and accelerating the change through supportive policies, investments, and adoption of renewable energy technologies.
In conclusion, Malaysia's acceptance of green practices has significantly impacted the socio-economic and environmental landscape of the nation. These actions have produced a number of beneficial effects while enhancing sustainability and minimizing environmental impact. The influence of green practices covers a wide range of activities in Malaysia, including waste management, sustainability agriculture, green building, ecotourism, and climate change adaptation. By balancing environmental protection with economic growth, these practices help the country have a more solid and sustainable future. For Malaysia to achieve its sustainability objective and confront new environmental concerns, it will be essential to keep working to increase green practices. So that's all from us. Thank you for listening.